Morning everyone, I think we're now live. Just finding you here on my trusty iPad so I can see your comments. Okay, morning to you, Bev. Thanks for joining this morning everybody. I hope you're all happy and well. Last day here before the bank holiday weekend, last day of term. We made it 3 weeks at school, hooray. I'm not sure what the weather's doing this weekend, but I hope to get outside and spend some time with family. So this morning I wanted to show you a little bit more of the Boho Indigo product medley that I used last night. So this product is currently available for £39. It's on sale. It was £65 and it's only available while stocks last. So I wanted to just hop on and share a little bit with you. And of course share with you a little bit of 3D fun, which I'm trying to bring to you every Thursday. So I'll flip my camera around and we can make a start. And I hope you enjoy. If you've got any questions, add them in the comments and I'll try and keep up with you all. So let's make a start. Okay, so you can see my little crazy desk now. I've left my grid paper here, I hope you don't mind. So this is a little gift card that I've made for you this morning. And it's using some of the designer series paper and some of the lovely tags that are included as part of this product medley. And I've also made this cute little box, which really is so easy to make and super cute. So I'll just undo it for you and show you how that works. Just take out our little threads. It folds down like so, and then you've got a nice little trinket box there. And then the sides will fold up nicely. And we're going to use the delightful tag topper punch to create this. Okay, so let me just pop my little threads inside our box so I don't lose them, and we'll make a start. You'll notice that I've actually distressed some of these papers. So again, I just wanted to show you a different kind of style that you can create with these papers. For those of you that missed last night, these are the cards that I put together using a selection of the products from Boho Indigo. 4 very, very different card designs that are easily achieved with this product. And this paper here is actually the paper that I've used there. So I'm just going to show you a little technique as to how you can just change the look of those papers with our classic ink pads. So let's get started. So we'll make the box first. So you're going to need your trimmer. And I'm using a crumb cake ink. Crumb cake cardstock, and I'm going to need to cut 2 pieces. The first one needs to measure 2 inches wide, and I'm working in inches today, by the way, and I'm cutting this so that it will be the length of my A4 piece. So 2 inches, and then I'm going to turn that round and I'm going to line that up at 11 inches. So I'm just cutting a little strip off the end. Like so. Okay. The next piece that I want to cut measures 3 3/4 inches by 8.5. So let's do the 3 3/4 inches first. And again, I'm cutting it so that it's the long length of my cardstock, and then line it up at 8.5 inches and cut. Okay, so you're left with just a little bit left over from that piece of A4 card. Okay. And now we're going to do some scoring. So first let's score the base of the box, and we're going to score along this long edge. Okay, and I'm going to score at, quite simply, 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches and 8 inches. So that just creates our little tab on the end, and then I'm going to turn 90 degrees, so I've got the short edge at the top. I'm going to line it up at 2 inches and I'm going to score. Okay, so that is the basis of the bottom of our box. Now to score the strip that goes around the box. Okay, and I'm going to score at 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 4.5 inches, 6.5, 8.5 and 9.5. Okay, and that's all we need our scorer for at the moment. So now I have my 2 pieces. So for the bottom of our box, I'm just going to move my trimmer. Okay, so now we can give all of this a really good score with our bone folder. The best thing to do when you're making 3D items is to really make sure your folds are crisp as you can get them, really, without tearing your card. Okay, and then we're going to make some cuts. So I'm going to use my big scissors. Now the cuts that I'm going to make, if you hold it so that you've got the 2-inch squares at the top, the ones at the bottom are 1 3/4. Those are the ones we're going to cut, and that will form the bottom of our box. So I'm going to notch in to each one of these up to that score line, and I find just notching in makes things that little bit neater. Okay. And it's up to you how much you notch in. And then this bottom one that has got our tab on it, we're going to cut off completely. So this, we can then bring it round and attach it. And I'm going to use some tear and tape for this. Can I show you the kit I'm using? Yes, I will do, Sarah. I'll show you that very shortly. You can find it in the annual catalogue. I believe it's on page 9 of the annual catalogue. And at the moment we only have the medley available. The refill kit has sold out. Okay. So just line that up, and you can now see our box is starting to come together. So you'll see here you've got your tab that you can see inside. So that is going to be the back of our box. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold our sides in. We're going to bring the bottom of the box, the back of the box in, and then the front over. So what that then gives you is that gives you a really nice crease at the front, rather than seeing some of the fixing mechanism. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this together, and I'm using a bit of Stampin' Seal for this. Oops. Like so. And then over. Okay, so there we have the bottom of our box. Now for this piece here, we're going to use the delightful tag topper punch, and before we do any score, we're going to slide each end in as far as it will go, and then punch. That then gives a really nice tag shape to the end, and that becomes your closure mechanism as well. Okay. So now we can score all of these pieces. And then like so. Okay. And then these pieces we need to fold back on themselves, just to get that nice look. Okay. So then what happens is your box goes inside, you bring your edges up, and then they meet in the middle like so. So you get a really nice look when you put this together, and it folds out really nicely. But what we need to do first is we need to decorate our box. So I'm going to be using this lovely piece of designer series paper. I've gone with something that has no direction, really. It doesn't matter which way round it is, it still looks the same. Okay, so for the base of your box, you're going to need to cut 3 pieces of that DSP, and for the outside you need to cut 2. So we're going to cut 5 pieces in total, and the measurement for this is 1 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to cut 2 strips. 4 and 5. Okay, so let's put those extra pieces to one side. Now what you'll notice that I've done is I've actually distressed these pieces so they look a little bit different. If you put them on there they look quite stark. Well, I wanted to go for a bit of a vintage sort of style, so to create that style I'm using my crumb cake ink pad, and I'm going to use one of the new blending brushes that are available in the mini catalogue. Okay, and then I'm going to just go over that, over each piece with the ink to just get the desired effect that I want, really. You don't want to make it too dark, but you want it to look like it's notably distressed, really. So there you have the two pieces side by side. You can see there is quite a difference in that look. So I'm going to do that to all 5 of those pieces. And you can do this with any of the designer series paper, any colour. Like so. I find the trick with this technique is knowing when to stop. If you don't do it too much, it looks practically the same. But if you do it too much, it just doesn't look very nice. So yeah, it's that knowing when to stop, which sometimes I don't always know. 3. I think I need to re-ink my ink pad. We're getting there now. Love this effect. Thanks, Joanna. Morning to you, Anne. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you've had a lovely, lovely week. We're using a bit of boho today and we are doing a bit of distressing. So we have our 5 pieces now. So now we can bring our strip in. And we're going to put these, not on that middle section there, but the 2 next to it. And these are just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the square we're attaching it to. Okay. So then we have that. And then the box, we want to put one inside. And that hides our little fixing for inside, and then we're going to put one on opposite sides, sorry, 2 on opposite sides. So we'll have one here and we'll have one on the opposite side just here. Like so. So we've got 2 sides done, and then we've got the inside with that little designer series paper. Now let's bring back in our mechanism, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our designer series paper covered pieces are on the outside. Okay, and then we're going to add a bit of tear and tape to this area here to fix our box in. Okay. Just put another piece there as well. Okay. So now all we do is we sit our box in that little space, give it a good push down, and there we have our little box coming together quite nicely, and I think that looks really, really nice. It's quite nice to do something a bit different with the distressing. And then to close our box, I'm going to use these two pieces here because they're already cut. So I've got here some Misty Moonlight ribbon. I'm not sure if this is still available actually, I think it might have sold out. It's one of the in colours for this year, but the ribbons are changing for next year. Okay, and then I have some linen thread. Got quite a long piece of linen thread here. Okay. And then what I'm doing is I am just tying this piece of linen thread around those pieces of Misty Moonlight ribbon. To just secure it nicely. Like so. So the box actually sits quite nicely when it's together. I really like the effect of that. And then we just need to add our little tag. So for our little tag, I've used one of these nice labels which come from the kit. You get all of these in your kit. And I've used a sentiment that is from the Friends Are Like, let me see what it's called, I can't remember what it's called. The Friends Are Like Seashells set. So I'm going to stamp with Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to stamp my For You on there like so. And then onto some scrap Very Vanilla. I'm going to stamp 3 of the flowers from the Boho stamp set, and then I'm going to cut those out with the die. Okay, so let's just put this die on. If I can line it up properly, there it is. And I'm going to use the mini for this. There we go. And they pop out just nicely, and we can stick those down. So let's use some dimensionals for that. And then we can stick this little label on with dimensionals as well. So that is going on there just like so. And there we have our little finished box. Really cute, I like that, like so. Okay, and then we have our little card to put together. So I'm doing just a little note card, and this note card measures, it's just a little square note card. It's 10 centimetres square, so you need a piece of card that is 10 by 20 centimetres, folded in half. Bone folder to just give that edge a nice score. And then the piece that I have in the middle measures 9 centimetres by 9 centimetres. So I have 9 by 9. And then I want a piece that is just a little bit bigger, a piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm taking that up by 3 millimetres, so 9.3. So there we have our lovely layer, but before we stick that down we need to just change the look of it slightly. So we're going to do that with a crumb cake ink pad and a blending brush. And I'm just going around the edge, adding my crumb cake ink. so I'm happy with that look now. And then we can stick these two together. It is a sweet little box, isn't it, Anne? It's really sweet. And you'll probably get a little egg in there. Ready for Easter this weekend. Can't believe it's Easter already. Where is this year going? Okay. And then I'm going to use one of the labels that are in this product medley. And it's got lovely gold accents on it, the tags and embellishments in this set. And I'm using the sentiment, a bunch of birthday love to you. Just like so. Then we can stamp that, so we can add that to our card. And then in the same way that I've done the ribbon on that first card, I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the card. So I've just cut a little piece, folding that through like so. You can put a little glue dot in there if you want to just secure it down. I didn't do that with the box because obviously we need to be able to open the box. But you can, if you just add a little glue dot, it holds that ribbon in place really nicely. And then using some linen thread, get it out of my little pot, I can, here it is. So using some linen thread, I'm going to tie a little bow. Just like so. So that completes our little card front, and then for the inside we'll just cut a little piece. So this was 9.3 centimetres by 9.3. I don't know why I've used centimetres and inches today. Sorry to confuse you all. And then before we stick this in, let's just add a little bit of ink to just take down the brightness of that vanilla card. And I'm not going to add it all the way round or all over. I'm just going to put that in one bottom corner and one top corner. Like so. And then before we stick that in, let's do a little bit of stamping with those nice flowers. Okay, and there we have our finished matching box and card design. Let me know what you think. It's always nice to have a bit of feedback. As I mentioned earlier, this Boho medley is on sale at the moment. It's reduced down from £65 to £35, and this is what you get. It's on page 9 of the annual catalogue, and you will get the stamp set, the papers, the dies, 2 spools of ribbon, all the cut-out pieces, and some little embellishment flowers as well. And there's also some embossed layers in there. So really, really fab product, great value for money. If you have any questions about how to order that, you're not sure, let me know. Or you can order that through my online store. There is a new host code for April, which I'll pop on after this. And if you enter the host code, you will get a free gift from me in May. Can't believe we're talking about May. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. My next live is actually Saturday morning. Saturday morning at 10 AM will be my run through of my Ice Cream Corner mini class. You can see that in action. Do join us if you can. I may try and do a live on Monday morning, but I'm not sure yet. We're waiting to see what time family can meet outside, of course, and then I will know more. So watch this space. There may be a live on Monday, there may not be. It might be Monday evening. But I will keep you posted. Have a fabulous Easter. I hope it's full of chocolate and happiness and just a nice time. So I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.